Hey,
Hey,
hey, man, what's going on?
not much. How's it going, Brian? What's going
Every,
on?
everything's going great. Great album.
Oh,
Um,
thanks, brother.
cool, cool. Poison Boys,
Yes.
Matt.
Yeah,
Um,
man. Sorry I'm late. My Zoom thing was updating and shit.
that's
Took a minute.
okay. It seems like Zoom been having a lot of problems lately anyway. So, you know, like last couple interviews, I got no sound and this and but it's working today, you know?
Good, good, man. Technology, dude. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tell me a little bit about the band when it first started and stuff like that, and playing the club scene. I guess in New York City or
Sh
Chicago.
Chicago, yeah,
Yeah,
but we have played New York a couple
right,
times. Yeah, I started the band in 2014. Didn't really get too serious with it until like 2017, and
right.
been on a few tours and put out a few records. We got like three, four, 7 inches out, and
Right.
second LP, and it seems to be getting some good attention. So that's nice.
Cool, cool. Was it actually vinyl or you say singles? Were they vinyl?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all that stuff I was just talking about is vinyl, but this LP is vinyl for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. A lot of collectors out there. You know,
Yeah,
uh,
man.
loving vinyl coming back and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. Tell me a little bit about Out of My Head that came out in 2019.
Yeah. So that song or that album came out in 2019, but I wrote that song out of my head in like 2014. That's actually on our very first demo.
Right,
Um, but we finally got that one and the other two songs that are on that demo put out on that LP, and it was
right,
a long time coming for that one. We had just gotten our drummer that we currently still play with, Matt Cheney, in the band
right.
in 2018 or late 2017, and then started recording and finally got it released mid 2019.
Right.
So
Cool.
yeah, great
Now,
record.
now the album that came out in 2021, "Don't You Turn on Me." Tell me a little bit about that and the label that you're working with.
Sure. So that one we were digitally releasing singles through last year,
Right,
throughout 2021, and we finally got a label on board to release it about mid last year, and then
right,
that label tanked, and they sent out an email saying to all the bands on the label that they're not going forward with any more vinyl releases. So we had to like we were right about to get that album in the works. So then we hit up this other label that was asking if they could digitally release it,
right.
and we asked them if they could put it out on vinyl as well, and then they said, yeah, of course. So that was cool. And now after long delays at the pressing plant, everybody's going through at the moment. They finally got it out, and we finally got copies of it now. So
Cool, cool.
selling them at our shows now.
Wow. Now, prior releases, did you do everything in-house without a label and you know, self-finance or whatever you do with it?
No, we um all of our releases have been through different record labels pretty much.
Right,
There were our first two 7 inches came out on one label, but then the next two 7 inches came out on different labels, and the LP, both LPs are on different labels as well.
right,
But um, props to bands that do that though. It's awesome to be able to self-release would be really sick, but it's you gotta have the money,
right,
you gotta be able to pay for the release. So
right.
yeah.
Now, were most of the singles limited pressings?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, there's kind of different meanings for different people for that. I mean, limited meaning like it's limited to like 300 copies or
right,
something.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But other people limited would mean like it's on color vinyl or something like that,
right,
or
yeah,
like there's like 50 out of 300 on color. But
right,
we actually we're not having any colored vinyl for this LP.
right.
Don't You Turn on Me, unfortunately. But we'd have had to wait till November if we did that. So.
Yeah. So tell me, how's it touring um, during these days?
Well, we haven't toured since 2019, but
Right,
you know, I imagine it's the same now. It's just a little bit you got to be a little safer, I suppose, you
right,
know. But yeah, I don't know. We haven't been on the road
Cool, cool, cool.
for a while.
Definitely, when I'm listening to the music, I feel you know, like historic music, like MC5,
Wait,
stuff like that. And like
yeah,
you don't hear much of that these days. At least I
yeah,
haven't. So
yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean that's our biggest influences is,
Right,
like proto punk as they call
right,
it, like late 60s, early 70s rock and roll that was like sleazy and like
right,
hard hitting and hard driving. So it's basically just punk, but it's like before punk was the name of,
right,
what they called it. And then and then obviously like the late 70s punk explosion, all those bands from that
right,
era. It's our other influences. So we kind of just mix it all together best we can. And it's great to hear that people notice that
right,
specific influences though, like are what, like that, like MC5,
right.
we love them,
Yeah, definitely, definitely,
amazing band. I was
yeah.
just listening to them a minute ago.
Cool, cool, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I never got to see them live, but I did get to see the Ramones. So that's a plus for me. I'm happy I got to
Hell
see
yeah.
them. So that
Where'd
was
you where'd you see the Ramones, man?
a club called Mothers in New Jersey. But I
Oh,
hung out a lot in New York City. Down in the Village and stuff like that. Going to the Cat Club and
sweet.
different clubs back that. Like
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun. And
Yeah, man. When are you talking? Like the 80s?
yeah, yeah.
Wait.
Because I was a
Yeah.
concert photographer, I'm still am, and so
Ah,
I got the
cool.
I got the I got the photograph the Ramones and stuff. Wild
Yeah.
show because like actually because all their song pumps and stuff like that. You could actually feel like the wooden floors going up and down. Like
Sweet.
yeah, and
Yeah,
it was really
that's cool.
cool.
Yeah, man. Well, you'll have to take some photos of us when we come through, man.
Oh, definitely will. So that'll
Hell
be
yeah.
cool.
That'd
So
be really fun.
yeah. Tell me a little bit about that. I hear about a drinking party, something coming up August 6th.
Yeah. So August 6th, there's like so this company from Scotland,
Uh,
Ardbeg, they have a new Scotch release. And it's being debuted at Delilah's in Chicago, which is just like a real great whiskey bar.
right,
They play a lot of punk. I DJ there every second Tuesday of the month, and it's like it's like the best, like one of the best punk bars. They don't really have shows often though, so it's kind of like really exciting. But the owner, Mike Miller, just asked me, hey, I know you kind of well, last weekend was supposed to be the LP release, but I
right,
got sick. I got COVID, so I had to like I was like dying. I was I couldn't do it. So he invited us to play Delilah's instead as the record release. So we're doing that this Saturday, and it's going to be really awesome. It's going to be one of two shows we're actually doing that day. So
right.
that day is going to be, we're playing at like 5 p.m. at Delilah's, and then later on we're going to play around 10 in Kenosha, Wisconsin, which is just about an hour north of Chicago. So I've been
And,
calling it the far north side because it's basically still Chicago, but
uh,
it's not. It's Wisconsin.
and you're doing a solo acoustic show on August 13th. Tell me a little bit
Oh
about
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah, tell
yeah,
me about
man.
that, man.
You did your homework, man.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I'm doing my first solo acoustic show ever that day, and it's gonna be great. It's all covers, just like Flamin' Groovies,
Uh-huh.
Ramones, Thunders, all that kind of stuff. Just a lot of like my favorite songs that I want
Right.
people to hear. So Stones, stuff like that. So yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah, yeah. Interesting, cool.
Yeah.
Bands
It
alike.
just it turned out that like that show, we were gonna play it. It was booked back in May. We were supposed to play with this guy Mike Skill from the Romantics, and
Right,
we were gonna open for his show, but that got canceled because all these other bands got COVID, and
right.
including members of his band. So they rescheduled it for August, but on the 13th. But we have a show, so that's on a Saturday, and we have a show the very following Friday, like 6 days later. So we can't double book, like it's
Yeah,
too soon. It's too close to the other show we got, which is at Reggie's with the Zero Boys in Chicago. So that's gonna be pretty awesome. I wish we could do both, but that's why I was like, I offered to open it acoustic because I was like,
Right, yeah.
dude, that'd be sweet, you know. And so our drummer Matt Cheney, he's going by DJ Chain Blaster. He's DJing that
Right.
with his vinyl, and it's gonna be awesome.
You know, I got to see the Ramones and photograph them too when they were wearing the red. You know, because then they switched to the black, you know, costumes or whatever, and then
Yeah.
they first had the red. So I got a photograph from when they had the red stuff. That was pretty cool. Did you get to see any of them? You know, vintage bands that you liked?
Dude, not really. I got to
I
see
know
the
you're kind of
Stones.
young.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got to see the Stones at Soldier Field in Chicago a couple of years ago. That was pretty cool. That was like they played 2 nights, and I tried to get in. I actually got in for free with my girlfriend Kat and I. We were the first night we went, and I took a hit of acid, and we were trying to get in for free.
Right.
And I walked up to the person with like these tickets that had already been scanned. And he was just like, nah, these have already been scanned. I was like, all right. I was kind of tripping out a little. So I was like, I can't do this right now. Second night, though, I walked up and I tried it. And the person was like, well, these already been scanned. I was like, I know. And they were like, all right, just go ahead. And I was
Man,
like,
cool,
yeah.
cool, man.
So I got to get in there and see the Stones for free. That was pretty amazing, man. They still really like kill it.
Yeah. I mean, what's Jagger in his 80s?
Jagger, I think he's like 75,
Yeah.
76, something like
Yeah,
that
he's up
now.
there. Yeah.
But he's still, you know, great
Yeah.
shape and running around like he's, you know, in his 30s. So pretty sweet, man.
Cool.
But other than that, I haven't gotten to see, I mean, I saw like Wayne Kramer do the MC5 thing,
Right. Uh-huh.
MC50 or whatever. That was pretty cool. It was still great. I mean, you know, and the Dead Boys and stuff, you know, with their like newer lineup, saw
Yeah.
them.
Wow.
And I saw some other, I mean, there's early punk bands that were touring around this past decade. I got to see, I got to see in Chicago at this place, The Empty Bottle. This band, the UK punk band from the late 70s, The Boys.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
And dude, they were amazing. They actually inspired me to start. That was like 2013 or so, and that
Right.
inspired me to start Poison Boys. So I
Wow.
was like, hell yeah, man! Like, I mean, I'd always been listening to that stuff, and I always wanted to play guitar in a rock and roll punk band, but finally like gave it a go once I saw them, and I was like, all right, we all got to wear leather jackets, we
Yeah.
all got to have shades, and we all got to just downstroke every song.
Yeah. Wow. That's cool.
Because I mean, the Boys, that's how they were doing it. So I was like, man, we got to do it like that. And then,
Yeah. There's only one band I really regret I didn't get to see was The Clash.
oh yeah,
I
man,
never
that would
got
have
to
been
see them,
crazy.
you know. That
Yeah.
but you know,
You know, Joe Strummer, he was still doing his thing
right,
into the 90s, right? I mean, you
right,
know,
yeah.
he was
Big
doing his
Audio
own.
Dynamite he did, right?
Oh, that's Mick Jones or Mick
Yeah.
Jones.
Uh-huh.
His band was
Right,
a
yeah.
Big Audio Dynamite, but I think they're still playing sometimes, right? I don't really know.
Yeah, I think so. Probably are, you know.
Oh
So
yeah,
cool. You have any goals for this band here?
yeah, make $1 million.
Oh, everybody wants that, but $1 million
Yeah,
ain't that much no more. You know?
yeah, I guess that's true. So maybe it's more attainable than, you know.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Realistically, I just want to keep putting out records, playing music. You know, goals is just I want to put out the next record. Really, I mean that's the immediate goal, and then after that, it's tour some more. Just keep playing, man. Just keep playing shows and keep playing rock and roll because you know as we keep going through time, rock and
Right.
roll is just more and more of an underground thing now. It's not, you know, seeing a nostalgia act or whatever, you know, like
Right.
Kiss or the Stones, you know, that's one thing. Everybody goes out to see them because it's like you're part of like it's almost like a circus, you know, and it's
Right.
also you're part of seeing something that was like huge back a really, really long time ago. But now, you know, like smaller rock and roll bands, like you're saying, like you don't hear a lot
Right.
like that. So we're just kind of getting pushed more and more into like this, like, you know, playing small clubs forever to like 20 people, which to be honest is fine with me because I love it. It's fun, you know. I want to just keep playing music and having fun. That's all I want to do. So that's the main goal. It's just the next show, the next record.
Is there
So, yeah.
anybody you'd like to tour with?
Uh, I mean, it's kind of a loaded question. Like, you talking about like old, like
No, right now. Say if you
right
went out with
now,
somebody and you know, who would be a great bill for you guys?
Iggy Pop.
Oh yeah,
think
yeah. Hip hop.
that's pretty much, I mean, maybe the Stones,
Uh-huh.
but those are, you know, who
Right,
knows
yeah.
if that would ever be a thing. I don't know. I mean, there's a million artists I wish that we could. I'd like to play with the Flaming Groovies, dude. That would be really amazing because they're still going sometimes.
Yeah,
That would be like, check that one off the life goal bucket list, right?
yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. Dustin Hardman took care of this interview. How has he been doing you know, with your PR stuff?
Yeah, he seems to be doing pretty good. I only just met him recently, but he seems to be doing well. I mean, he just actually sent me a couple minutes ago a review we just got from the Big Takeover zine, and they hit the nail on the head with us. They really seem to know what we're going for and what we're doing,
Cool.
just like you, man. So I appreciate it. It's good. It's good. So I mean, I guess Dustin's doing a good job. He's sending us to the right people. So
Right, yeah.
it's good.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool. Well, definitely congratulations on this album. Are you working on anything new now, right now?
Yeah, man. We have a couple releases in the works. We have like a bunch of new songs, and they're our best stuff yet, definitely by far. Like it just keeps getting more in the direction that I've always wanted this band to be in. So we're getting there, but it'll be a little while. We're gonna drop another single here in the next couple months at some point, and for a new song called Rubber Band.
Oh,
And
cool.
we've been playing that one live a little bit, and people seem to really like it. So we figured we'll drop it as a single. The other stuff, I mean, we've got releases in the like in line, but
Right.
we're still finishing up a couple recordings. So, but pretty soon, man,
Go, go,
pretty
go.
soon, and then
So,
hopefully we can get back out there on the road, man. I can't wait to tour again, dude.
so where can people buy your merch?
So they can go to poisonboys.bandcamp.com. That's where all of our merch is, except for the brand new album,
Right.
which is on Golden Robot's website, or check your local record store. They've been doing a pretty good job physically distributing the album.
Uh-huh.
A buddy of ours just found the record at a record store outside of Chicago called Rolling Stones Records.
Uh-huh.
And so, we're just we're going to be selling the LP on our Bandcamp pretty soon, but we have limited copies right now, so we're waiting till after we drop it at the record release show
Cool.
this weekend, and then afterwards we'll put some up online for people.
Great, great. Congratulations, Matt. It was great talking to you. Would you like to
Yeah.
say anything to fans out there?
I don't know. Keep checking out rock and roll. Keep supporting local underground rock and roll bands. Go watch bands, buy their merch, support it. Talk to your friends about them. Tell them, spread the word.
Yep.
How did fucking Christianity? I don't know if I can say fucking.
Yeah, you
Sorry,
can
but
say whatever you want.
cool. How did Christianity and shit like that get started? Everybody just word of mouth. So
Right,
just
yeah.
spread the religion of rock and roll and fucking get out there and keep it alive.
Cool, cool. Thanks a lot, man. Talk to you later.
Yeah, you too, brother. Thanks, man.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.